Welcome to this week's blogging video. Today's video is all about what to do during the slow months of blogging, where every single business has a slow month. We have slow months in blogging that I know I can predict and be like, okay, historically, this month is way lower than this month. And there's certain things that we do during those months which really help us out and help grow our business even more. So during the fast months, they're even faster. So here are all of the things we do during slow months. And of course, a really quick background on me. My name is Sophia. I have the blog by Sophia Lee, and I started my blog in 2017. I was going into my sophomore year of college, and within 3 years, it was already a 7-figure business, and it was all from blogging. And now we have multiple businesses, and it all came from blogging. There's so many things that I wish I would have known, and I wish I could go back and change them. So here's all of my little information tidbits and things that I'm going to share with you so you don't have to learn from my mistakes. All right, number one, I think it's really important to just anticipate slow months and to not freak out. And for us, the slower the month is actually the harder we're working, because blogging takes so long to get your content ranking. A lot of our slow months as far as like analytics go is our fast months as far as workload go, because we're prepping for those fast months. And during the fast months is when we can sit back a little bit and kind of breathe, because everything's already ranking and we don't need to, we're still working, but we don't need things to plan out as far in advance. So I think the biggest key is that do not let analytics get you down at all. Sometimes in slow months, I honestly don't even check them. And remind yourself that every single business, no matter what your business is, no matter how popular the business is, you have slow months and you have faster months. And it's what you do in the slow months that will just help grow your business even more. One of the things that I like to focus on during slow months is just making sure that the actual website is looking good and working really well. So that's like updating the homepage, making sure that the pictures aren't blurry, making sure that there's no typos, making sure that it is working as easy as possible and as user-friendly, and that affiliates are noted and that it's easy to get to things, and just making sure that the actual website and front end of things is looking really nice and is easy to use, so that when we get a huge amount of traffic, they're not being like, well, how do I get here, or how do I get here, or not clicking on things, which is meaning we're not getting affiliate income. I just want to make sure that everything is working as well as possible. We also will reach out to certain people in the tech world who will do reviews of our website and figure out like, okay, if this is being slow, why is it being slow? How can we improve this, or how can we make this look better? So the slow months is where we're really just making sure that everything is working as well as possible. We also are updating all of our most popular posts. So we are constantly updating our most popular posts, but we especially put an emphasis on it during the slow months. And we use Google Analytics to figure out what our most popular posts are, and even posts that were popular 4 years ago, we are still updating and still making them current and still making them something that I'm proud of and aligns with what we believe in at that point. So, and when I say updating posts, I mean we are making sure that all affiliate links are working, that the images aren't weird or look outdated. We really want someone, even if the post is 4 years old, to click on it and think that it was just completed this past week. So definitely spend time updating your old popular posts. Do not just let your posts die out. You can keep a popular post going for years and years and years. I also love to do a sale or like promote something in some way during the slow months. So even if that's like doing a push on a certain blog post that we know converts really well, and I'll do like a 1-week email sequence where I'm sending them emails every other day, and that sequence like really pushing that post, being as helpful as possible so they don't realize that I'm really pushing it. But that is something we like to do. Also, if there's like a specific company we like to work with or a specific product, we'll do something with them during the slow months. And just like a reminder, just because people aren't as organically getting to our content during the slow months, we have to make sure it's in front of their face more, and that is one of the ways that we like to do it. We do it through social media, and we do it through our email list. Also, pop-ups on your website are really good, and bars at the top, which we use Leadpages for that. But that is another way that we are just more cognizant of making sure that things are easily in front of people's faces and they're not searching for it, because they won't be searching for it unless they see it and they're like, wait a minute, how did they even know that I wanted this? They're not really gonna search for it. So we want it to be right in front of their face at all times. And the biggest part of all of this is stay consistent. Do not drop off, because I cannot harp enough, which I already feel like I've been annoying about it in this video, that the slow months are the times that you need to be working the absolute hardest. I promise you, by you working the hardest in the slow months, your blog will grow so much faster. So stay consistent. Do not stop posting because something's down. Do not freak out. Do not change your entire strategy. Honestly, we're taking courses during the fast months or the busy months, because that's when we are less busy on the upfront work. So much of the background work happens during the slow months. Okay, and then here are some questions on just like slow months and some things that we think that you should look into during those slow months. And these are things that if I have an unexpected drop in traffic, or if someone tells me they have an unexpected drop, or something that's just like historically done better, these are things that I look into. First, has there been an update? Google has tested us this year, okay? Everything, all social media platforms, all search engines, they are constantly doing updates. Some are bigger than others. We've been really, really lucky where Pinterest honestly has like all of their updates really haven't affected us. Google this year did an update that affected bloggers a lot, and we are still working on building up some of our losses. And what's really interesting about the updates is that we had some posts that did not take off and did terrible that are now ranking like #1 on things, and the posts that were our most popular ones are now like dropped off the face of the earth. And so it's interesting to look at that. So updates definitely take a huge part in it. So look into that, and look into, once you kind of like figure out what update affected you, look into what they are looking for. Right now, we are pushing a lot of our content towards this new Google update to make them happy. And so just be cognizant of it. Just like any shift in the market for any business, you're gonna have changes that you have to adapt to. And I know bloggers this year specifically had to really adapt to the Google update and are still adapting to this day. Check for broken links. That can be a big thing. Google does not like broken links, so you wanna make sure that you do not have any on your website. Again, test out how fast your website runs. We have so many images on our website that this is one of the things that we struggle most with. Because we have so many images, there's only like so much you can do without us getting our own server and spending $1 million on it. So we kind of take it with a grain of salt, but we are constantly having people look into how fast their website's running and how we can improve that site speed. When you're looking if your stats are falling on like a not normal time for your stats to fall, did you change something? And if you change something, can you pinpoint what it is? This is why I'm such a proponent of not making a ton of changes at once. You want to make one change at one time, test it out for a week so that you can go back and pinpoint exactly what it is. But if something dropped unexpectedly and you can't figure out if it's an update, look at your strategy and make sure that nothing changed on your strategy's end. And lastly, in the slow months, really use your email list because that's just like the easiest way to target directly to your followers and getting them to see your stuff. So as always, this was really fun for me to film. Do not let slower months get you down. Every single business has them. We have them. A lot of the time I can predict when we're gonna have them, and sometimes we can't predict, and that is like much more stressful, obviously. And so going through that list of things and just doing those specific things that I talked about can really help you get through those slow months and take you to the fast months, which are so much more exciting. So I hope you enjoyed this week's blogging video. Make sure to check out our courses. We go through our exact strategy for SEO, for our content calendars, for our Pinterest, for our email list, like literally everything. I get so nitty gritty and I show you our exact strategies, and I'm biased, but they are really, really good. And people in the comments talk about them all the time. We also have a page full of reviews, so definitely check that out. Otherwise, I will see you at next week's blogging video.